News from around the globe. Hot, fresh, balanced and objective. On Unity.
Hello and welcome to News Hour on Unity TV. Today is Monday, 26th of June 2023 and it's equivalent to 8th of Zulhijjah, 14.
Kasance da Unity TV domin labaru akan al'amuran yau da kullum. Unity TV, murya cikin nazari. Kasance da Unity TV domin labaru akan al'amuran yau da kullum. Unity TV, murya cikin nazari. Kasance da Unity TV domin labaru akan.
Hello and welcome to News Hour on Unity TV. Today is Monday, the 26th of June 2023 and it's equivalent to 8th of Zulhijjah 1444 after Hijrah. The headlines. Tinubu to arrive in Lagos Tuesday for Salah. Discourse shun opposition insists on July 1 tariff hike. Alleged blasphemy, police confirm butchers killing in Sokoto. And under forensic, Wagner ends rebellion as mercenaries return to bars. And in sports community shield, Kevin De Bruyne to miss Arsenal clash. And those were the headlines. And for details and more of the stories, I am Rukayat Sani Ibrahim. Barring any last-minute change, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will return to the country on Tuesday, a day before the Salah celebrations. A source close to the presidency confirmed this to Channels Television on Sunday, saying the president will spend the Salah holiday in Lagos, the nation's commercial hub. According to the source, an advance team have already been dispatched ahead of the president's arrival. On Friday, Tinubu concluded his official trip to Paris, during which he participated in the summit for a new global financing pact hosted by French President Emmanuel Macron. The president used the opportunity of the summit to hold high-profile sideline meetings with fellow heads of state and government, global business leaders and chief executives of leading multilateral and development finance institutions from around the world. He was initially scheduled to be back in Abuja Saturday but proceeded to London, United Kingdom for a short private visit. The presidential media aide Dele Alake had announced in a statement on Saturday that Tinubu will be back in the country in time for the Eid al-Kabir festival slated for Wednesday. Power distribution companies on Sunday night confirmed and insisted that the tariffs payable by electricity consumers across the country will increase from July 1, 2023. Despite the opposition of the Nigerian Labour Congress, newsmen reported on Friday that the NLC Discos and the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission were heading for a collision course over the planned hike in the tariffs payable by electricity consumers nationwide. NLC President Joe Ajero had said the plan to increase electricity tariff by 40% by July 1 was both insensitive and careless and reflects on organized indifference to the well-being of consumers, especially the poor ones, and warned against the move by Discos. But in different notices to their customers seen by our correspondent on Sunday night, the Discos announced that electricity tariffs will increase from July 1, 2023 as they provided reasons for this. The Central Bank of Nigeria and the Nigerian Customs Service have taken the ongoing foreign exchange reforms to the maritime sector with a 40% increase in the exchange rate used for calculating import duty. The NCS on Saturday raised the exchange rate used for the calculation of import duty from 422.30 naira per dollar to 589 naira per dollar. The development, which had led to a corresponding 40% increase in import duty on imported cargoes, including vehicles, have angered operators in the maritime sector, with clearing agents, freight forwarders and importers calling for an immediate reversal of the policy. Stakeholders said the policy will lead to job loss in the maritime sector and a drastic fall in the number of imported vehicles. These, they said, will affect business and economic growth. Economists also said the government was insensitive, saying the policy was capable of affecting Nigerians negatively. Troops of the Nigerian Army have raided a baby factory in Adamawa State, arresting 7 suspects. Newsmen report that the suspects were apprehended during the operations on June 23. with the parade done at the military headquarters on Saturday. Also rescued were 17 teenage girls as well as 2 babies. They were said to be operating a brothel, human trafficking joint and baby factory. The brigade commander, 23 Armored Brigade Yola, Major General Mohammed Jibril Gambo, paraded the suspects on Saturday at the brigade headquarters in Yola, the Adamawa state capital. According to him, troops of the brigade were in a special operation on the border area between Nigeria and Cameroon, and upon credible information, stormed the enclave of criminals at the outskirts of Kasingila village in Maiha local government area of Adamawa. The Sokoto State Police Command had confirmed the killing of a butcher, Usman Buddha, by a mob for alleged blasphemy. Sokoto Police Public Relations Officer Ahmad Rufai in a statement said Buddha was beaten to death for allegedly making blasphemous comments against Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The victim was confirmed dead at the Usman Fodio Teaching Hospital, where he was taken to for treatment. The incident occurred at the Sokoto main abattoir early yesterday. It was learned that those who tried to rescue Buddha also sustained injuries. Rufai said investigation is on to arrest the perpetrators and bring them to book. Reprieve came the way of a newly wedded wife, Mrs. Rukayet Musa, and her 2 sisters-in-law who were kidnapped from their house at Emirs Road, Ilorin in Ilorin East local government area of Kwara State Wednesday, as they were yesterday freed. It was gathered from a very close member of the family that they were released in the early hours of yesterday by their abductors, who initially demanded 50 million naira ransom, but were begged to accept 7 million naira, following which they were released. The source, who craved anonymity, confirmed to newsmen that the incident was reported to the police, but the ladies were unable to be rescued through the police efforts. Gunmen operating at the Imo axis of the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway have kidnapped 9 Enugu-bound passengers, killed 2 and robbed others. The victim, who hailed from Amango Alokoro in Umahia, was said to be traveling to Enugu on Saturday for a burial when they were attacked. Narrating their ordeal to the newsmen in Umahia on Sunday, one of them, who identified himself simply as Francis, said their Siena bus was flagged down at gunpoint near the Arandizogu Junction. According to him, they seized the 2 bodies. Francis said valuables were collected from them, including cash and cell phones. The deceased persons were identified as Chuku Emeka Nwachuku, a pastor who commented at the abduction point, and the village youth leader Ifanyi Onmukwe, who attempted to escape. Imo Police Public Relations Officer Henry Okoye could not be reached as at the time of filing this report. The Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency on Sunday confirmed the arrest of 2 Ghanaians, Monday Saba and Hakim Kwana, and 11 other suspects for drug-related offences in different parts of the country. The agency's Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Baba Femi, in a statement on Sunday, confirmed the development, said officials of the agency intercepted 2 imported consignments of a strong strain of cannabis known as Loud, with a combined weight of 5,344.1 kilograms along the Lekki area of Lagos State. He also revealed that based on credible intelligence, NDLEA operatives ambushed a white truck conveying 50 jumbo bags of the illicit substance weighing 2,434.1 kilograms along the Ekpe-Lekki Expressway in the early hours of Monday, June 19. Baba Femi said the driver jumped out of the vehicle and escaped in a security van escorting the truck conveying the drug exhibit, adding that the anti-narcotics officers demobilized the truck. The NDLEA spokesman explained further that the following day, officers of the Marine Command of the agency, while acting on intelligence, intercepted a boat loaded with the same imported substance weighing 2,910 kilograms around Alpha Beach upon arrival from Ghana. And on the foreign sea, Wagner mercenaries headed back to their base on Sunday after Russia's President Vladimir Putin agreed to allow their leader to avoid treason charges and accept exile in neighboring Belarus. The agreement halted an extraordinary crisis a private army led by Putin's former close ally Yevgeny Prigozhin, trying to storm Moscow. But analysts said Wagner's revolt had exposed Putin's role as more fragile than previously thought. Security measures are still in place in Moscow on Sunday, though few police were visible and passers-by said they were unconcerned despite Prigozhin's exact whereabouts remaining unclear. And in sports, Kevin De Bruyne will miss the start of next season due to the hamstring injury he sustained in Manchester City's Champions League final win. The Belgian, who has been an important player for Man City ever since joining them in 2015, was pivotal to his side's historic treble-winning campaign last season, but was forced to watch much of the victory over Inter Milan in Istanbul from the sidelines. The 31-year-old started the UCL final but had to be subbed off after just at 6 minutes after picking up what appeared to be a hamstring injury, with Phil Foden taking his place. And now Pep Guardiola will have to make do without him for at least the first 2 games of the 2023-2024 campaign. City will be looking to win their 7th shield and their first since 2019, having lost out to Liverpool and Leicester in the last 2 seasons. It is said that he will still be out of action when City's season gets underway on 6th August when they face Arsenal in the Community Shield at Wembley. And with the sport news, we've come to the end of our bulletin for today. You can follow us on our social media handles at Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Unity Radio FM TV respectively. You can also watch us live on the satellite decoder BudderSat, which has been watched in about 38 countries of the world free. You can also stream us and watch us live on our YouTube channel at Unity FM TV. I am Rukayat Sani Ibrahim. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of our programs.
I was the head boy in my primary school, senior prefect and best graduating student in my secondary school, but drug abuse almost ruined my life.
I was on an average of 2 grams of cocaine per day.
I was taking 8 ampoules of pentazosine daily.
European shisha, cocaine.
I became a user, a dealer and a gangster.
I saw other users drowning. I knew I didn't want to be like them, but I was already trapped.
My family disowned me.
My employment was terminated.
I sold my car, sold my house. I'll go out well-dressed and return shoeless, shirtless in exchange for drugs.
I was seeing things that were not real, and I once stabbed myself because I felt something crawling under my skin.
I contacted NDLEA and started therapy.
I spent 3 months in therapy.
I spent 8 months.
It's easy to relapse, but your mind has to be stronger than the cravings.
Drugs does not love you. You are not the one using drugs. Drugs are the one using you. Say no to drug abuse.
Unity